Good morning,
There we go, go.
and welcome to the 2024-2025 Middle School Academic Awards Day program. My name is Prince Wilson, and I am Bunkie Magnet High School's Middle School 8th Grade Student Council President. It is a great honor to recognize the middle school students for outstanding performance and academic improvements this school year. At this time, I would like to introduce our Student Council Treasurer, Kayla Lindsay Frazier.
Good morning. My name is Kayla Lindsay Frazier, and I am Bunkie Magnet High School's Middle School 8th Grade Student Council Treasurer. We are so happy that you could join us today in celebration of the accomplishment made by our middle schoolers. Would you please stand as we have a moment of silence and say the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated.
Good morning. My name is Aaliyah Lamel.
And my name is Ariana Taylor. And we are Bunkie Magnet High School's Middle School 8th Grade Student Council Reporter and Recorders.
As you know, academic excellence is extremely important here at Bunkie High School. Collectively, as a school over the past 5 years, our school has risen from a school with a rating of a D to an excelling school with an A rating, which is definitely something to celebrate.
Middle school plays an extremely important part in that grade and stresses importance of hard work, practice, and determination to do our very best academically. Our class valedictorian represents all of these things. At this time, I would like to introduce you to our valedictorians, Layla Parrish and Kate Fogelman.
Good morning. My name is Layla Parrish, and I'm the 24-25 8th grade co-valedictorian. Being the 8th grade valedictorian is an honor that reflects academic achievement, perseverance, and the growth throughout middle school. Today marks the end of one chapter and the beginning of another, and we wouldn't have made it here without our teachers, families, and each other. To our teachers, thank you for your patience, encouragement, and dedication. You taught us how to think, how to care, and how to believe in ourselves. To our families, thank you for your endless love and support. To my fellow classmates, thank you for the shared journey, the support, and the memories. As we leave middle school behind and step into high school, let's remember how far we've come and believe in how far we can go. As valedictorian, I'm proud to represent the class of 2029, and I'm excited for the journey ahead. Thank you, and congratulations, fellow graduates.
Good morning. My name is Kate Fogelman, and I'm the 24-25 8th grade co-valedictorian. I stand before you today to celebrate this remarkable occasion, the crossing over of the class of 29. It is truly an honor to address this exceptional group of individuals as the co-valedictorian. My classmates and I have worked diligently, overcome challenges, and persevered to reach this significant milestone in our lives. Thank you to each and every one of you who have poured their efforts, time, and dedication into our learning. The memories we have made will be cherished forever, and middle school will become part of the building blocks of our future as we move on to the next chapter. Who we become in this world is yet to be determined, but I can say with confidence that thanks to the amazing people that have been a part of our lives these last few years, the possibilities are endless. Now my question to the class of 2029, where to next? At this time, I would like to introduce you to our class salutatorians, Lola Fluke and Chavez Jacobs.
Good morning. My name is Lola Fluke, and I'm the 2024-2025 8th grade co-salutatorian. First, I would like to thank all of y'all for pushing us students to our full potential, and students for working towards their goals. There is a lot more to be done in these next 4 years. Through God and through pushing ourselves to do our best, we will succeed. We are excited to see what the future will bring. I am very honored to be able to receive this award. This is my first year at Bunkie and has been better than I imagined, with all the new friends and opportunities I have gained. At first, I was nervous and a bit scared, but now I realize that I made the right decision. It takes a lot of work to balance school, sports, and life, but in the end, everything is worth it. As we move on to this new chapter and remember all the life lessons that we have learned, like the importance of hard work and kindness, I want to thank our incredible teachers and administrators who have guided us with patience and passion. You have challenged us to think bigger, ask questions, and never stop learning. Thank you to all our families and friends for your unwavering support and encouragement, and for always being our biggest cheerleaders. And to my fellow graduates, congratulations, we did it. Let's carry the lessons we've learned here, the friendships we have forged, and the spirit of curiosity into our next adventure. The future is ours to shape, and I can't wait to see all the amazing things we will accomplish. High school, here we come. Thank you.
Good morning and welcome again, friends, family, teachers, and students. My name is Chavez Jacobs, and I'm the 24 to 25 8th grade co-salutatorian. It is an honor to address you today and celebrate our success, hard work, and dedication throughout the school year. Quizzes, AR, and essays did not break us. We stayed relentless and determined to the end. Despite my apprehensiveness to attend BHS this year, it is worth the friendships I've made and the skills I've learned. I want to thank my parents and stepdad for your help and encouragement, but most of all, I want to thank everyone here for sitting through long lectures, 150 days of school, 8-hour days. But in the end, we have a long journey ahead of us, and we must stay determined.
As Vice President of the BHS Middle School Student Council, it gives me great pleasure to introduce you to our principal, the one and only Coach Strett.
Thank you, bro. You can stay up here. Good morning. I'd first like to welcome everybody here, and I'm going to say a few words at the very end, so I'm going to save my little speech towards the end. But we do thank you for taking your time out this morning to come celebrate our wonderful students. But as of right now, I get to introduce to y'all our Student of the Year. So, Mr. Cade Fogelman, please come on up. Come right here. Cade has been at Bunkie High School for 2 years. I've asked all his teachers about him, and from what I see of him and from what the teachers say, we all get the same thing. He's a great student. He's a great kid. He's very respectful. He does all the right things. And one thing I heard, in fact, I was talking to their teachers this morning. I said, just give me one thing that I can say that he does in class, just that represents Cade. And two of the teachers says that when the class starts getting rowdy, he stands up and he says, "Hey."
Lock in.
Yeah. She says he always stands up and says, "All right, it's time to lock in." But look, that right there says so many things, and I know you've heard me say this a bunch of times, and I'm going to continue saying it, about what we stand for: pride, patience, respect, integrity, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, and sometimes the right thing is to stand up and be a leader. And then being determined to reach your level of excellence, but also making sure, being a leader is making sure that everybody else also reaches their level of excellence. With all that being said, with all his academic accomplishments, he's involved in sports. He's been the football manager for 2 years, which is also a lot of responsibility as a 7th grader. So that just goes to show you what type of student he is. I'm very honored to say that Cade Fogelman is our 8th grade Student of the Year. Yeah, one more round of applause. Okay, next I get to introduce our middle school teacher of the year. Miss Rhonda, come on up. Where you at? Come on. Miss Rhonda teaches 7th and 8th grade math for us. I'm sorry, science. 7th and 8th grade science. When she came right into that science spot, and she came in chaos as far as curriculum of science and just the state landscape of chaos with the science curriculum. She came in with no curriculum. The state was changing standards, changing curriculums, and she literally had nothing. She was pulling things from all different areas. Our science scores at that time weren't the greatest at all. She came in, she worked tirelessly hour after hour to build something that the state should have given us but didn't. She built something. Finally, when we started getting more support from the state with the concert curriculum, she built, I think we're 2 years in, if I'm not mistaken, 2 years into that. And this past year, which was last year, our science scores almost doubled. Okay, but that's just a testament that, yeah, go ahead and give a round of applause. She deserves it. That's a testament that when teachers are supported, whether it's from us or from the state, when good teachers are supported, they take what they're given and they make the absolute best out of it. She's been very consistent day in and day out, and I hate to say it, I hate to go everything on scores, but that's something concrete that we can judge on. But her scores prove that. And if you're there day to day, her actions day to day also prove that. So again, I'm very honored to say that Ms. Rhonda Andrus is our middle school teacher of the year. All right, Coach Jackson, come on up. All right. Now I get to introduce our support person of the year. And I promise he didn't get this because of what some of the things I'm going to say, but Coach Jackson is 2 years older than me, okay? Got to play football with him in high school. If you know him, he's a man of few words. He doesn't say much, and he was the same way in high school. And I've always said this, he is by far the best teammate I have ever been a part of. I've ever played with, I've ever worked with. And in high school, I'll never forget this, and it's the little things that make a difference. I was a sophomore. He was a receiver and a DB. He made All-State 4 years, 3 years. He didn't have to waste time with freshmen and sophomores and all that. He was always, and I know I'm talking about 20 years, okay, but I'm going to fast forward that. He was always helping the young kids in groups off to the side, and he did not have to do that. He was All-State almost every single year. But when he didn't say many things, but when he spoke, you listened. Really quick story. First round of the playoffs against Richwood, I was playing defensive end, and I'll never forget walking up to the line. It was last play right before halftime, and Coach Jackson, well, he was just Jordan back then, but Coach Jackson says, he just hollered at me, "Hey, Chuck, watch the waggle." And I thought to myself, well, if he tells me there's going to be a waggle, there's going to be a waggle, all right? Fakes it to the right side, quarterback waggles out to the left, and I did not do what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to squeeze down. I didn't because he told me not to, basically. And sure enough, quarterback pulled it right there for a sack to end halftime. So my point is that he's very respected. He observes a lot, and when he speaks, people listen. And fast forward to today, he's our dean of discipline in middle school. Students respect him. He's very easy to talk to, which is very, very important in a dean of discipline. He follows policy, whether it's a good kid or whether it's a kid who follows the rules all the time or a kid who makes a lot of mistakes. The rules are given consistently. It doesn't matter who you are, it doesn't matter where you come from, and it doesn't matter how long you've been here. We couldn't do it without him. He is the rock, but he's the rock of a lot at this school. So I appreciate him, and I'm very, very honored to say he's our support personnel of the year. All right. Now I get to present the awards to our valedictorian and our salutatorian. Add an S to that because we have two for each. So valedictorians, would Mr. Kate Fogelman and Miss Layla Parrish please come up? All right, our co-salutatorians with Lola Fluke and Chavez Jacobs, please come forward. Layla.
At this time, we will begin giving out the awards given by teachers for the students in an elective content area. Teachers, please come forward to present awards to your students as your names are called.
Good morning. Okay, so we have Coach Kate for physical education. Her most outstanding is Lillian Desatil. For most improved, Alyssa Sayer. Coach Paul's most outstanding, Seth Norman. Coach Paul's most improved, Tremone Pate. Miss Kimberly Phillips, agriculture. She has two most outstandings. We have Didier and Jathan Dorbone. For Ms. Kim's most improved, we have Felicity Bradford and Ian Dayrapon. For Coach Gabe, his most outstanding is Molly Newton. And Coach Gabe's most improved, Lola Fluke. Miss Nora Day is our art teacher. She has two most outstandings, Marley Denny and Isabella Ortego. For most improved, we have Jace Gaspard and Marquez Frazier. For Miss Dana, we have a most outstanding for Jaden Barbin. And our most improved is Riley Christian. All right, Coach Demi, weightlifting. Most outstanding, Josie Gaspard. And our most improved, John Tavian Green.
We will now present the awards given by teachers for the most outstanding and most improved students in an academic content area in 7th grade. We also have an award named the Perseverance Award for the student who has the never give up attitude. Teachers, please come forward to present awards to your students as your name is called.
So as Princeton said, we're going to do several awards for each subject. We have most outstanding, most improved, perseverance, and outstanding growth. So Miss Leary is going to present her most outstanding first. Miss Leary says that her most outstanding students in her ELA class is Jathan Darbone, Isabella Robo, Kate Garrett, and Molly Newton. For most improved, we have Naya Smith and Caramon Descant. This is outstanding. Okay, got it. This is most improved. For the Perseverance Award, we have Emily Johnson and Janaya Prince. And lastly, for Outstanding Growth in iReady for English, Chloe Wallace and Kate Garrett. For our 7th grade math awards, we have Miss LeBlanc coming up, starting with her most outstanding, Cameron Alfred, Kate Garrett, Isabella Robo, and Molly Newton. For our most improved this school year, we have Emily Johnson, Kariel Ballard, and Maggie Charrier. For the Perseverance Award, the students that kept going even when it got tough, Janaya Prince, Tremarcus Brown, Zoe Norman, and Jontavian Green. Also for Perseverance, we're going to add Asia Lamel. And lastly, for our outstanding growth for iReady Math from beginning to end of year, Johnny Clayton, Courtney Juno, and Kate Garrett. And that's all the math awards. We need Miss Rhonda coming up for her science awards. We're going to start with the most outstanding. Most outstanding in science, Isabella Robo, Kate Garrett, and Annie Rabelais. For our most improved, Jashawn Davis, Benton Garrett, and Sydney Borlawn. For our Perseverance Award for Science, Tremone Pate, Jathan Darbone, and Didier. For our 7th grade social studies, Miss Missy Blanchard will start with her most outstanding, Cameron Alfred, Zoe Norman, and Johnny Clayton. For her most improved for the school year, we have Seth Norman, Maggie Charrier, and Maddox St. Romain. And lastly, for our Perseverance Award for Miss Misty, we have Lillian Desitel, Chloe Norman, and Asia Lamel. That is all of our 7th grade awards. Please give a round of applause one last time.
We will now present the award from teachers for most outstanding and most improved students in a content area in 8th grade, along with the Perseverance Award. Teachers, please come forward to present awards to your students as your name is called.
Miss April for ELA. We'll start with her most outstanding. Most outstanding is Lola Fluke, Chavez Jacobs, Amaya Lavalaise, Layla Parrish, and Jaylee Jacobs. For most improved, we have Aubrey Ducote, Trinity Young, and Rachel DeSoto. For our ELA Perseverance Award, we have Miley Degrapon, Raylan Ford, and Logan Boardlong. And lastly, for our Language Arts iReady growth, we have Caleb Kirk, Gavin Colborn, and Oriana Taylor. Thank you, Miss April. For our 8th grade math most outstanding, Miss Liz. Harley Ducote, Jaylee Jacobs, Layla Parrish, Cade Fogelman, and Chavez Jacobs. For our most improved in 8th grade math, Connor Carmouche, Gavin Corburn, Kyle James, and Levi Bynett. For our Perseverance Award, Aaliyah Lamel, Landry Gullett, Cameron Turner, Kaylin Garnett, and Peyton Guidros. For our outstanding iReady math growth, we have Reed Goche, Layla Parrish, and Caleb Kirk. Thank you, Miss Liz. Miss Rhonda, 8th grade science. For our 8th grade science most improved, we have Connor Carmouche, Jaden Barbin, and Harley Ducote. For our Science Perseverance Award, we have 3 students, Cameron Turner, Jeremy Campbell, and Marley Denny. Thank you, Ms. Rhonda. We're moving on to 8th grade social studies, most outstanding. Oh, I'm sorry. We have 8th grade science, most outstanding. I apologize. Ms. Rhonda, we have Jaylee Jacobs, Layla Parrish, and Peyton Guidros. All right, now I think I'm ready for Ms. Misty. Social Studies Most Outstanding 8th Grade, Bethany Guillory, Natalie Rabelais, and Harley Ducote. For our most improved in 8th grade social studies, Tyra Gorell, Riley Clark, and Connor Carmouche. And lastly, our Social Studies Perseverance Award. Social Studies was never my cup of tea, so to persevere through Social Study is a major accomplishment for me. Landry Gullett, Jacarvian Campbell, and Aaliyah Lamel. Give one last hand for all those 8th grade students awards.
Congratulations to everyone receiving an award. Being selected by your teachers is a great honor and is a testament to your hard work. At this time, we would like to ask Coach Chuck and Miss Candace to come up to present the principal's list and honor roll, as well as several other prestigious awards recognizing outstanding students.
For our 7th grade principals list, we have Kate Garrett, Molly Newton, and Isabella Robo. Our 8th grade principals list, Chavez Jacobs. Give a round of applause for those 4 students. They got all A's all year. AB Honor Roll, 7th grade, Cameron Alfred, Abby Beverly, Jathan Darbone, and Zoe Norman. For our 8th grade AB Honor Roll, Maylee Adams, Jacarvian Campbell, Aubrey Ducote, Lola Fluke, Cade Fogelman, Reed Goche, Peyton Gidros, Bethany Guillory, Landry Gullett, Carson Hall, Jaylee Jacobs, Amaya Lavalaise, Layla Parrish, Landon Roy, Thomas Welch, and Princeton Wilson. Congratulations to those students. Now we will start with the Citizenship Courtesy Award. This award is given to students at each grade level. These students were selected by the middle school team as being courteous, respectful, hardworking, and a representative of our school theme day in and day out, Pride in Excellence. This year, this award goes to 4 students. 7th grade, Johnny Clayton, Abby Beverly, and 8th grade, Jaylee Jacobs and Landon Roy. The middle school team also selects students who are the overall most outstanding student for the entire school year. These students show outstanding abilities in academics, extracurricular activities, attitude, and school spirit. This award also goes to 4 students, 7th grade, Molly Newton and Cameron Alfred, 8th grade, Layla Parrish and Cade Fogelman. The Aspiring Leader Award is given to 2 students who were selected by the 8th grade team. This award is given to those students who show outstanding leadership ability in their willingness to help both students and teachers take charge in various activities and events to lead others. And this award goes to 2 8th grade students, Cameron Turner and Cade Fogelman.
Thank you. At this time, we would like to invite Coach Chuck to say a few words before he presents the 8th grade class.
All right, 8th graders. So this is one of the many milestones that you're going to come across in life that you've achieved. Today ends one chapter in your life, all right? Tomorrow you start another one. Next August, you're going to start a big one, all right, when you're 9th graders. Throughout middle school, you've grown a lot as far as a person. You've learned a lot. You've had many successes, which is why you're right here. But more importantly than anything, you've faced a lot of challenges, and some of you have failed, okay? But what's really good about that, about failure, and you're sitting right here, means that you have overcome adversity, all right? You will continue to fail at some point in times in life. It's going to happen. You're going to make some bad decisions. You're going to get in some trouble. But it's how you overcome that, what you learn from that, and where you go after that. Y'all remember the D in E in pride, being determined to reach your level of excellence, okay? Everything in life is not going to go your way. But you have to be determined and keep striving to be the best whole person that you can be. Academics, with your faith, with your friends and your peers, with your family, with relationships, the best whole person that you can be. That needs to be your goal, okay? I want to thank all the teachers for putting in all the hard work, pulling out y'all's hair, trying to sometimes, and getting these kids, getting our students where they need to be. Guys, I want to thank y'all, okay? I don't want to end on a very positive note. I want to thank y'all. Y'all have no idea what y'all do for yourselves right now. You're going to learn that later. But you have no idea what you do for this school and this community, okay? Because of you, because of the success that y'all have had, okay, because last year y'all were in 7th grade, which is a huge part of that A school. But because of the success that y'all have, people want to come to Bunkie High School because they see what's possible. And y'all have done that through patience, respect, doing the right thing because it's the right thing to do, which is integrity, and then, of course, being determined to reach your level of excellence. Guys, right now for next year, we have right over 45 new 7th and 8th graders coming in to our school next year from outside of our district, okay? And that is because they see what's possible, and they see what y'all have accomplished. They see the hard work that y'all put into it, and of course, that goes without saying, our wonderful teachers, okay? So keep being you, keep striving for excellence, keep overcoming obstacles in life, and enjoy every single success that you have, okay? I want to thank you again. Congratulations, you deserve it. Enjoy it, because in about a month or two, we focus in on high school and on 9th grade, okay? All right, congratulations. Give them a round of applause. At this time, Miss Candace is going to come up again, and we will present to you our graduating 8th graders.
It's on the script. Maylee Adams. Kenmondrick Ballard. Jaden Barbin. Mary Bellamy. Levi Bonnet. Logan Boardlaw. Terrell Bradford. Carly Brassett. Taryn Bird. Jacarvian Campbell. Aubrey Shinver. Alea Christian. Marquez Christian. Riley Clark. Gavin Colburn. Vance Carrero. Congratulations. Markayla Deal. Jake DeQueer. Marley Denny. Rachel DeSoto. Aubrey Ducote. Harley Ducote. Nevaeh Dupree. Jaden Egan's. Designate Eldridge. Haley Fisher. Raylan Ford. Kaylin Garnett. Jace Gaspard. Josie Gaspard. Reed Goche. Tyra Gorell. Peyton Guidros. Bethany Guillory. Landry Gullett. Carson Hall. Mark Humphreys. Jazaria Jackson. Jaylee Jacobs. Jamaya James. Kyle James. Mia Johnson. James Keller. Caleb Kirk. Brockel Kyle. Malaysia Kyle. Ramira Lockhart. Jerry and Laurent. Amaya Lavalaise. Aaliyah Lamel. Alasia Lamel. Kaylee Lindsay Frazier. Stevie Latrell. Kiera McKinley. Maddie Sonye. Ariana Taylor. Oriana Taylor. Brantley Michelle. Drew Morrow. Tucker Norman. Layla Parrish. Liam Poray. Krista Priester. Natalie Rabelais. Jalen Redmond. Landon Roy. Sophie Temple. Desarian Thomas. Bella Turner. Cameron Turner. Keytron Watson. Thomas Welch. Paris Williams. And Princeton Wilson. And then I'll call up the following. These were students that were sitting over here. I apologize for that. Lola Fluke. Cade Fogelman. And Chavez Jacobs. Give one last round of applause for your class of 2029.
Princeton.
Let's give another round of applause for these hardworking 8th grade students who have made their way into high school. This concludes our ceremony. Congratulations to everyone on your hard work. Again, thank you parents and guardians for attending and supporting your student in our school. We have several areas for photo opportunities and hope you join us for refreshments at this time. Have a great day.